So who does it? The Kli itself? Doesn't it depend on the light? Does it depend on the Kli?
That's how we need to think of it. Here we need to think. If the vessel performs a tzimtzum, a restriction, what is a restriction? The vessel says, I am not under the direct influence of the light. Rather, the light bestows, influences the host. He's sitting in front of me. He wants to do this and that. He's giving me this, pushing this towards me, doing this or that for me, making me regard this or that, and so on. First of all, I stop him. I say, Sir, my pleasure is not simply to enjoy what you prepared, but rather to enjoy our relationship, right? And then a new calculation comes into being.
Is there a state where the lights stop being opposite?
The surrounding light and the inner light?
Yes.
No, cannot be.
There's no such thing until the end of correction, or?
No, because in the surrounding light, here we have the operation of the vessel which rejected the light. And that's why this rejection is in the light, and then the light becomes a surrounding light. It becomes opposite to the inner light. It doesn't want to receive. This is a portion, a dish that I don't want to receive. I reject it. I don't want it. Why? I hate it. Why do you hate it? He loves you. No, I hate it because if I receive it, it'll make me drift apart from him. There is a measure of rejection here. That's why I say hate.
Does it happen on each degree until the end of correction, or?
I look at this piece of meat. It's so delicious. It's something that, but I cancel it. I cannot tolerate it. I don't feel any benefit from it. Also, for the time being, the fact that I reject it, what benefit do I get? I have only the feeling that the host wants to fill me up more and more. But for the time being, I'm in a struggle with him. I'm opposite to him. Here, we are enemies in a way.
This is what I'm asking.
Yes.
Is there a state when it stops being like that?
At the end of correction.
So the two of them suddenly become, that's what I was asking, they're not inverted anymore, they become the same?
Yes. Or in Ibur, conception, where one annuls himself, yes, but this is also a form of the end of correction. He annuls himself, and then the upper one does with him whatever he wishes. He doesn't need to equalize with the upper one, but only to annul himself.
Then he says that the two of them are connected together through the Masach in the Rosh of Ak. So what holds them then?
To the extent that they resemble each other.
But they don't resemble each other, they're opposites. So what holds them? Continuing the same sentence, he says, as these two lights are opposite, yet connected through the Masach in Malchut of the Rosh of Ak.
Yes, because Malchut in Rosh of Ak is the source of the inner light and the surrounding light. These two lights, which are opposite to each other.
So what holds them as opposites? What is the root? What is the reason?
The one, when I receive, I identify with the Creator by so doing, and the other I reject also in order to identify with the Creator. Well, I can't think instead of you. You'll have to do this by yourself. Activate your mind a little bit.